This episode of the Google Play Weekly Show is brought to you by Aquarium 3D Live Wallpapers. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Google Play Weekly. This week we're going to talk about Google's picks for the best Android apps and games of 2014, Google and Microsoft going head-to-head in Santa tracking, and a whole lot more, so let's get started. In our first bit of news this week, Google has shared their picks for the best Android apps and games of 2014. Both lists are huge and include well over 100 applications and games. Some of the games include instant classics like Monument Valley and Skyforce 2014, along with more predictable titles like Leo's Fortune and Don't Tap the White Tile. On the application side of things, you'll find stuff like the official TED application, IFTTT, SwiftKey, Disney Movies Anywhere, and a whole lot more. The links are in the written companion, which is in the video description below if you want to see both lists for yourself. This last week, Nintendo received a patent that allows it to emulate its Game Boy platform on a number of other platforms, and that can be both good or bad. The patent covers the emulation of the Game Boy for various purposes, including smartphone, computers, and some unusual places like the headrest screens you see on airplanes. This can be good or bad. If Nintendo wants to be good about it, they can publish an official emulator and finally have a chance to enter into the smartphone gaming world. Or they can use the patent to force Google to remove existing emulators, which would be very bad. Only time will tell us what Nintendo intends on doing. Google Messenger got an update this last week that lets you customize your theme. I wanted to mention this because a lot of people I've talked to expressed grief that the Google Messenger texting app was too simple, and I thought they'd like to see that Google is spicing things up a little bit. The update is rolling out soon, so if you pick it up now or already have it, you may have to wait a little bit for the update. You'll have control over what conversations have what colors, and it's a fun way to kind of color code your conversations. As usual, the application is still free. This last week, Microsoft purchased a calendar and email application called Accompli for a reported $200 million. The app itself is a calendar and email hybrid application with an imaginative UI and some fun features that bring something a little bit different to the table. We're not sure why Microsoft bought them because they do have their own email and calendar clients, but Microsoft has expressed that they plan on using this application to help their cross-platform efforts. We're sure we'll see some follow-up to this over the next year, but for now the application will remain in development just as it is now, so if you want to try it out, you absolutely can. It is free. In our last bit of news this week, Google and Microsoft go head-to-head in the battle of the Santa trackers. Up until last year, NORAD and Google used to work together to bring us our yearly Santa tracker. After last year, the pair decided to break up, and this year Google has their own, while NORAD has kinda sorta partnered with Microsoft on their own. What we get is a brilliant analogy of the tech scene as a whole, as two of the biggest tech giants in history go head-to-head vying over children's love of Santa. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, folks. Both versions have some pretty fun features, so it's not like one is better than the other, so go ahead and take your pick. Before we get into the trending apps this week, let's take a quick look at Aquarium 3D Live Wallpapers. This app gives you a beautiful and colorful underwater scene complete with equally colorful swimming fish. You can purchase additional scenes and fish as in-app purchases, or you can buy the Pro version, which includes everything, including everything included in all future updates. It's free to download in the Google Play Store, so you can try it out without paying anything, and we'll have a link to that in the video description below, and we'd like to thank the developers for supporting Google Play Weekly. So who wants to see some trending applications? As usual, if you want to check any of these applications out, you can find the links in the written companion, which is in the video description below. Google has released a new application called Device Assist that helps people become more acclimated with the features of their devices. It is only for Nexus, Google Play Experience, and Android One devices, and it helps you learn things like Google Now and other various Google features. It's free, and if you know someone getting a Google phone for Christmas, this is a great application to have them try. Google News and Weather is getting an update very soon that adds some new features and UI changes. There is now a dark UI option for those that like their apps a little bit darker, as well as some fun graphs for things like weather. You can also now use the search bar to delve into topics in more depth. The update is rolling out, so if you don't have it yet, have a little bit of patience because it is coming. Status is a new application that is designed to automatically update your status when you do things. Most adults may not have a use for this, but this is a great application for parents who want to keep an eye on their kids without forcing their kids to do, well, anything. It updates automatically in the background so kids can keep doing what they do and parents can keep doing what they do, and no one has to do any additional work. Oh, and it's free. Godus is a fun new free-to-play game where you get to play God. You'll have control over everything in your little world, including what it looks like and the people who live there. You can do things like cast miracles and nurture growth and stuff like that. It's a little bit buggy because it is a new release, but it is free to play, so it won't cost you anything to try it out. Last up this week is a new app called Ghostery Privacy Browser. This app allows you to surf the web like any other browser, but it also allows you to see what tracker's website used to track your usage habits, and it gives you the option to block them. This is handy if you're a privacy-minded individual. There are a couple of small bugs here and there, but it is brand new, so those will probably be ironed out soon. If you want to check out the latest news and reviews about Android apps and games, head on over to AndroidAuthority.com, click on the little menu thingy, and check out the application section. And if you want to join the discussion, head on over to AndroidAuthority.com/community, set up an account, and join us in the forums. I will see you there. Once again, I'm Joe Hindi, the Android Authority App Guy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want to follow Android Authority, myself, or the rest of the video team, you can find our social media links in the video description below. If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, and they're also linked in the video description below for you folks on mobile. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion, which is in the video description below, because that is where you're going to find all of the download links. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.